We are all androgynous, not only because we are born of a woman impregnated by the seed of a man, but because each of us, helplessly and forever, contains the other. Male and female, female and male, white and black and white. We are a part of each other. Many of my countrymen appear to find this fact exceedingly inconvenient and even unfair, and so, very often, do I. But none of us can do anything about it. James Baldwin. Welcome to the INTJ Equation, a channel on typology and psychology from the lens of an unhealthy INTJ. I am your host, Jeff, and today I'm going to talk about the term androgyny. What is androgyny exactly? Well, stay tuned and I'll tell you. But before we get into the video, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know how you're androgynous, how it affects your life, and maybe how you should be androgynous, because I think it's something that we should all embrace. According to the APA Dictionary of Psychology, androgyny, noun, the presence of male and female characteristics in one individual. And I'm not necessarily talking about dressing masculine or feminine.
Gold dust.
I'm talking about, I guess, like kind of breaking down the gender roles in a way. While I think gender roles are important and to an extent, I think we should take both characteristics of male and female. Like one example for me, I worked in behavioral health, which is a female-dominated position. Like therapists and stuff, they're mostly female. But it was something that I did, kind of taking care of kids with mental health issues, so I think that's kind of seen as feminine. I recently started acro yoga. Is a great way to aspire your SE inferior. It's usually two people, sometimes three, it depends. Usually male and female, with the male on the bottom being the base and the woman being the flyer. And the base supports the flyer, and they do acrobatic / yoga type moves, and it's a whole lot of fun. It's pretty challenging too. So what are some challenges for androgyny? Well, I think feminism is kind of killing it in a lot of ways. And I'm talking about the original form of feminism where they wanted equal rights. This form of feminism, they just use Machiavellianism to pretty much get what they want and gain superiority. Like how women pick and choose which rights they want. Like you can still take out the trash, but you can also still pick up dinner in a movie. But yeah, they don't have to do that. They just want to pick and choose what rights they want, not be equal. How this affects INTJs, I think INTJ is kind of seen as a masculine type. A lot of the INTJ women can kind of be seen as masculine, which is not necessarily a bad thing. They're just very direct in their communication style and very frank with their tea, just kind of lop heads off. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a good example of being androgynous. They can still be very feminine and have a kind of a masculine attitude and balance themselves out. Another big problem I have, like a lot of INTJs are Enneagram 5, and I don't know a whole lot about Enneagram, but I am a 5, a sexual 5 actually. I thought I was a 5-wing 6, but I'm kind of questioning it now. I sound like a 5-wing 4 as well. I don't really know a lot about it, like I said. I don't know how much I subscribe to the wings. But I am a sexual 5. I always kind of wanted a relationship, but I think that also ties into the avoidant personality disorder as well, where you want relationships. But I was always very quick to show intimacy, and I was like very romantic in a lot of ways when I was in relationships, which isn't very often. But I think it's a way to be androgynous, and I don't think there's anything wrong with men being romantic and women not so much. I guess they can be a little more masculine in that sense and not expect candy and flowers all the time. What are some of the challenges for males in androgyny? Well, males we're kind of bred to suppress our emotions, which is very unhealthy. And kind of depending on type, but a lot of women don't like over emotionally men, but then they complain at the same time that we're not emotional enough. We don't show our emotional side. We don't really express ourselves, so it's kind of a mixed bag. But we watch these movies and read these fiction books, which I think fiction is just horrible altogether, and it should be taken with a grain of salt. And we kind of get these ideas how men and women should be. Men should be about building houses and working on cars, and women should be about child rearing and making sandwiches and all that stuff and all those cliches. But I disagree. I think we all should be androgynous and have balance and not be afraid to show our masculine and feminine traits. Jung talked about the anima and animus theory, which is a different sides of the mind. The anima theory is the male side. As for men, is the female side of the mind, and the animus is the male side for females. I don't really know if I subscribe to all of that, but I do think we have femininity and masculinity within all of us, and we should balance those traits. Kind of like yin and yang, dark and night, black and white, soft and hard, cold and hot, and all those dichotomies. Kind of what typology is made of, in a lot of ways, dichotomies. I think this is no different. Masculine, feminine. Doesn't necessarily mean if you have a penis or vagina. It just means what traits you show and how you kind of live your life. And don't be afraid to be yourself. If you want to try something that's feminine and you're a male, go for it. Why not? And vice versa. Also, like a lot of the feeler types like ENFPs and even like ENTPs kind of seen as feminine. So a lot of the men have it tough being those types, the feelers especially, because it's kind of seen as a feminine outlet. But there's nothing wrong with it, absolutely. It's just got to be yourself and learn to embrace who you are and become the best version of yourself and screw what everybody thinks of you. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment below, like I said, since you have a better idea what androgyny is. How do you embrace it? Do you deny it? Is it something that you think you should incorporate in your life? Just leave a comment down below and let me know. Also, get at me on social media, Discord, and all that good stuff down in the description below. Thank you for going beyond the clickbait, and have a great day.